cha paramo nimatsanam sutam Vedyam vastavamatra shivadam tapatrayo mulanam Srimad Bhagavate Mahamukate Kimbhakarayishvara Sadgurudite Tukativi Shushu Shubhasvarshana Nigamakota Pradalitam Pranam Shikamukaramitam Pradasham Vivata Bhagavatam Samalayam Puravalasakam Vivadikam Anarto Pasanam Sakshat Bhakti-yogam Bhoksaje Lokasya Janato Vidvam Chakre Sattvat Samhitam Yashyam Vaishuyamanayam Krishne Paramapurushe Bhaktirudpadyate Pumsa Shokamoha Bhayapaha Srimad Bhagavatam Puranamamalam Yad Vaishnavanam Priyam Yasmin Paramahamsamekamalam Jnanam Param Giyate Tatra Jnana Vairagya Bhakti Sahitam Naiskamyama Viskritam Tachchinvan Supatin Vicharana Paro Bhaktya Vimuchan Naraha Arto Yam Brahma Sutranam Bharatartha Vinirnaya Gayatri Vasharupo So Vedartha Parivrimitaha Sarva Vediti Hasanam Sadam Sadam Samudritam Sarva Vedanta Sadam Hi Srimad Bhagavatam Ishyate Tadrasam Rita Triptasya Nanyatra Swadvachi Kuchit Krishna Bhakti Rasa Swarup Shri Bhagavata Tate Veda Shastra Hoite Parama Mahatva Chari Veda Upanishade Jata Kichu Hoya Tara Arta Lena Vyasa Tara Arta Lena Vyasa Korila Sanchaya Jiri Sutre Jiruk Vishaya Bachana Vishaya Vachana Bhagavate Sehiruk Shloke Nibandana Jivira Nishtara Lagi Sutra Koilo Vyasa Mayavadi Bhashishunile Hoya Sarvanasa Mayavadi Bhashishunile Jaho Bhagavanta Pada Vaishnavirastane Jaho Bhagavanta Pada Vaishnavirastane Ekanta Shayakara Chaitanya Charane Shayakara Chaitanya Charani Bhagavata Jinamane Sejavana Sama Sasta Achi Janme Janme Prabhu Jama Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from Grantha Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 61, Text number 1. You translating? Grantha Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 61, Text 1.
Canto 10, Chapter 61, Text
1. In Oriya. Okay. Shri Sukuvacha Ikaika Sasta Krishnasya Ikaika Sasta Krishnasya Putrandasa Dasabaha Putrandasa Dasabaha Ajijanan Anavanam Ajijanan Anavaman Pitu Sarvatma Sampada Pitu Sarvatma Sampada. Others? Ajijananavaman Pitu Sarvatma Sampada. Nanan Anavanan Pitu Sarvatma Sampada. Shri Sukuvacha. Shri Sukadeva Goswami said, Eka Eka Shaha, each one of them, Taha, they, Krishnasya, of Lord Krishna, Putran, sons, Dasa Dasa, 10 each, Abalaha, the wives, Ajijanan, gave birth to, Anavaman, not inferior, Pituhu, to their father, Sarva, in all, Atma, his personal, Sampada, opulences. Sri Shukadev Goswami said, each of Lord Krishna's wives gave birth to 10 sons who were not less than their father, having all his personal opulence. You translating or? You don't have. What happened to the audio book that you used for? He's got right here. Purport. Lord Krishna had 16,108 wives, and thus this verse indicates that the Lord begot 16,108 sons. 161,080 sons, excuse me. Goragraganya gana gocha goloruharam Goranga gudachama gopyada kolpa briksham Gopala gada ratidam yati singha gora Govinda deshi kavaram satatam namani. There's a similar statement to this verse in spoken by Lord Balaram in the 78th chapter of the 10th canto. 78. Number 36. Atmavai puta utpana iti vedanusasanam tasmad asya bhavid vakta ayur indriya sattvavan. There was some problem at Naimisharanya. The problem was that Lord Balaram, he killed Romaharshana Sutta with a blade of kusha grass. Romaharshana Sutta. So there's no one to speak Srimad Bhagavatam. And the rishis were wondering what to do. So then Lord Balaram spoke this verse. Atmavai Puta Utpana, that the son is non-different than the father. That's the point of this verse that we're looking at today, that Krishna begot 161,080 sons, and each one of those sons were non-different from Krishna in power.
পার্থক্য বা ভিন্নতা হবে।
The same point is made in the Brihad Aranyaka Upanishad.
এই প্রসঙ্গ বৃহন্যায়ক অন্য উপনিষদের মধ্যে আছে।
Atmavai Putra Namasi, that the father becomes the son.
সেটাকে এরা বর্ণিত আছে যে পুত্র পিতা পুত্র হইতে।
So this applies both in a seminal sense, a physical sense, but also in a spiritual sense.
ଏହା ଭୌତିକ ଏବଂ ଆଧ୍ୟାତ୍ମିକ ଉଭୟ ଦୃଷ୍ଟିରୁ ଲାଗୁ ହୁଏ।
We say that Sakshat Darit Astamasta Shastra, Acharya Mam Vijanayan Navamanyeta Karichit. Repeatedly, it's said that Gurudev is non-different from Krishna.
ଆମେ ସାକ୍ଷାତ ପରିଜ୍ଞାନ ସମସ୍ତ ଶାସ୍ତ୍ର ଏହି ଶ୍ଲୋକ ମାଧ୍ୟମରେ ଏହା ଜାଣିବାକୁ ପାଉଛୁ ଯେ ଗୁରୁ ଭଗବାନ ହରିଙ୍କ ଠାରୁ କୌଣସି ମତ ଅଲଗା ନୁହନ୍ତି।
So Guru appears again as a disciple.
ଗୁରୁ ହୋଇଥାଇପାରନ୍ତି ଗୁରୁ ପରବର୍ତ୍ତୀ ସମୟରେ ଜଣେ ଭକ୍ତ ବା ଅନୁଗମ ରୂପରେ ମଧ୍ୟ ଆବିର୍ଭାବ ହୋଇପାରନ୍ତି।
We find two different statements from our acharyas in this regard.
ଏହି ପରିପ୍ରେକ୍ଷୀରେ ଆମେ ଦୁଇ ପ୍ରକାର ମତ ଆମ ଆଚାର୍ଯ୍ୟମାନଙ୍କ ଠାରୁ ପାଉ।
Srila Rupa Goswami in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, he says Vishram Bena Guru Seva, that the guru, the disciple, should become Vishramba, or non-different from Gurudev.
ଶ୍ରୀଲ ରୂପ ଗୋସ୍ୱାମୀ ଭକ୍ତି ରସାମୃତ ସିନ୍ଧୁରେ ଏହି ପରିପ୍ରେକ୍ଷୀରେ ମତ ପ୍ରକାଶ କରିଛନ୍ତି ଗୁରୁ ଶିଷ୍ୟଙ୍କଠାରୁ କୌଣସି ମତରେ ଭିନ୍ନ ନୁହନ୍ତି।
But then in Hari Bhakti Vilas, in the first Vilas, where Sanatana Goswami has collected many pramanas about the proper behavior of a disciple,
ହରି ଭକ୍ତି ବିଳାସରେ ପୁଣି ଏହି ପରିପ୍ରେକ୍ଷୀରେ ପୁନଃ ଆଲୋଚନା କରାଯାଇଛି
he says something completely opposite.
ଯାହାକି ପୂର୍ବ ମତଠାରୁ ସମ୍ପୂର୍ଣ୍ଣ ଭିନ୍ନ ଅଟେ।
Advaitam cha parityaget, that one should give up the attitude that I'm non-different than Gurudev.
ଏହା ଏହି ମତ ପ୍ରକାଶ କରାଯାଇଛି ଯେ ଜଣେ ଏହା ଚିନ୍ତା କରିବା ଉଚିତ ନୁହେଁ ଯେ ମୁଁ ଗୁରୁଙ୍କ ଠାରୁ କୌଣସି ମତରେ ଭିନ୍ନ ନୁହେଁ।
So how, Jai Shri Shri Krishna Balam, Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Shri Shri Gaunitai, how do we reconcile these two apparently contradictory statements?
ଏଭଳି ଭାବେ ପ୍ରଥମେ ଆମେ ଶୁଣିଲେ ଗୁରୁ ଆଉ ଶିଷ୍ୟଙ୍କ ମଧ୍ୟରେ କୌଣସି ପାର୍ଥକ୍ୟ ନାହିଁ, କିନ୍ତୁ ପରବର୍ତ୍ତୀରେ ମତ ଅନୁସାରେ ହରିଭକ୍ତି ବିଳାସରେ କୁହାଯାଇଛି ଶିଷ୍ୟ କହୁଛନ୍ତି ଗୁରୁଙ୍କ ଠାରୁ ମୁଁ କୌଣସି ମତରେ ସମାନ ନୁହଁ। ତ ଏଭଳି ଦୁଇ ପ୍ରକାର ମତ ଯାହାକି ପରସ୍ପରକୁ ପ୍ରକାଶ କରୁଛନ୍ତି ତାକୁ ଆମେ କେମିତି ବୁଝିବା?
Sanatana Goswami, in his commentary on this verse in Hari Bhakti Vilas, he explains
ସନାତନ ଗୋସ୍ୱାମୀ ହରିଭକ୍ତି ବିଳାସରେ ଏହାକୁ ସମ୍ପୂର୍ଣ୍ଣ ଭାବେ ବର୍ଣ୍ଣନା କରି କହୁଛନ୍ତି
Advaitam abhaidop ihi, that the disciple, that the word Advaita in this verse means a disciple should not advertise himself as being non-different than Gurudev.
ସନାତନ ଗୋସ୍ୱାମୀଙ୍କ ମତରେ ହରିଭକ୍ତି ବିଳାସ ମାଧ୍ୟମରେ ସେ କହୁଛନ୍ତି ଯେ ଜଣେ ଭକ୍ତ ବା ଗୁରୁଙ୍କର ଶିଷ୍ୟ ନିଜକୁ କେବେ ଅନ୍ୟମାନଙ୍କ ସାମ୍ନାରେ ଗୁରୁଙ୍କ ସହ ସମାନ ବୋଲି ପରିବେଷଣ କରିବା ଉଚିତ ନୁହଁ।
Rather, later on in the next Vilas of Hari Bhakti Vilas, Sanatana Goswami says you should hide your Guru. Hide your Guru.
ଅନ୍ୟ ଅର୍ଥରେ ଏହା କୁହାଯାଉଛି ଯେ
Yes.
ଗୁରୁକୁ ଲୋକାୟତ ଅର୍ଥ ଅଛି।
Gopayad devatam ishtam, gopayad gurum atmanaha, gopayat cha nijam mantram, gopayad nijamalikam. You should hide all these things. Don't reveal them.
ଏହି ଶ୍ଲୋକରେ ବର୍ଣ୍ଣିତ ସମସ୍ତ ପ୍ରଶ୍ନକୁ ଆମେ ଲୋକାୟତ ଅର୍ଥ ଆବଶ୍ୟକ।
That gopayat, gopayat devatam ishtam. You should hide your Ishtadev. Gopayet Gurum Atmanaha. You should hide your Gurudev.
ଏଇଟା ଆଧ୍ୟାତ୍ମିକ ଗୁରୁକୁ ଲୁକାୟିତ ରଖିବା ଉଚିତ।
Gopayet Cha Nijam Mantram. You should hide the mantra that you've gotten from Gurudev. Hide the mantra that you've gotten from Gurudev. You should conceal it. You should keep it secret. And Gopayan Nijamalikam. You should hide, keep concealed, keep secret your mala. So, Rupa Goswami is saying, Vishrambena Guru Seva, that in our service we should be non-different from Gurudev, but not that we should think ourselves like that. Not that we should present ourselves like that. But we should understand that the disciple, that the Guru continues through the disciple's service. Gurudev tells the disciple, you do this service, you preach, you distribute books. That service and the result of that service don't belong to the disciple, they belong to Gurudev. The orders coming from Gurudev, the samagri or the paraphernalia to do that service is also coming from Gurudev. The inspiration or the Shakti to do that service is also coming from Gurudev. Therefore, Krishna tells Arjuna, Nimitta matram bhavasavya sachin, that you be my instrument. So Vishrambena Guru Seva, the disciple should be non-different from Gurudev in that service. Atmavai Putanai Namasi. The father becomes the son. This is our tradition. The disciple becomes guru. And if you say that there's no qualified disciples, then it means the guru was not qualified. That the guru couldn't create even one bona fide disciple, therefore he's not qualified himself. In the Pancharatric literature, such as Narada Pancharatra, it describes that one of the functions of the disciple being initiated is that later on he's going to give initiation. But his qualification is he doesn't think that he's doing that. My Gurudev is doing this. The disciple thinks my Gurudev, now he's on some other planet preaching somewhere. He can't physically be here, so I'm doing this on his behalf.
ଯେ ମୋ ଗୁରୁ ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ଦେହଧାରୀ ହୋଇ ଏଠି ନଥିଲେ ସିନା ସେ ଅନ୍ୟ କୌଣସି ଗ୍ରହରେ
Shivigrahara Dhana
ସେବା
Nityanana.
କରନ୍ତି ମୁଁ ତାଙ୍କ ସେବାକୁ ଏଠି କରୁଛି
Shivigrahara Dhana Nityanana Shringaratan Mandira Marjanadu Yuktasya Bhaktams Chandiyunjatopi. That we have no qualification to worship Thakurji.
ଆମର କୌଣସି ଯୋଗ୍ୟତା ନାହିଁ ଭଗବାନଙ୍କ ଶ୍ରୀବିଗ୍ରହଙ୍କୁ ସେବା କରିବା ପାଇଁ
But Yuktasya Bhaktams Chandiyunjatopi. On behalf of Gurudev, we're going and doing that.
କିନ୍ତୁ ଗୁରୁଦେବଙ୍କ ମାର୍ଫତରେ ଆମେ ଭଗବାନଙ୍କୁ ସେବା କରୁ
Srila Prabhupada would comment sometimes that my Guru Maharaj sent all of you.
ଶିଳ ପ୍ରଭୁପାଦ ଅନେକ ଥର ଏହା କହିଛନ୍ତି ଯେ ମୋ ଗୁରୁଦେବ ସବୁବେଳେ ଶିଷ୍ୟମାନଙ୍କୁ ମୋ ପାଖକୁ ପ୍ରେରିତ କରିଛନ୍ତି
He would say this to his disciples.
ସେ ତାଙ୍କ ସମସ୍ତ ଶିଷ୍ୟଙ୍କୁ ସର୍ବଦା ଏହା କହିଥାନ୍ତି
And Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur would offer his obeisances to his disciples, considering them to be like Guru.
ଶିଳ ଭକ୍ତିସିଦ୍ଧାନ୍ତ ଶାସ୍ତ୍ରୀ ଠାକୁର ମଧ୍ୟ ଅନେକ କ୍ଷେତ୍ରରେ ସେ ତାଙ୍କର ଶିଷ୍ୟମାନଙ୍କୁ ଦଣ୍ଡ ପ୍ରଦାନ କରି ଏହା କହିଥାନ୍ତି
So our Guru Maharaj used to say that the qualification of Guru is that he's a pipe.
ଆମ ପରମ ପୂଜ୍ୟ ଗୁରୁଦେବ କହିଥାନ୍ତି ଯେ ଗୁରୁଙ୍କର ଯୋଗ୍ୟତା ଏକ ପାଇପ୍ ସଦୃଶ
He's not the source of the water, he just carries the water.
ଯେଭଳି ଏକ ନଳ ବା ପାଇପ୍ ସେ ଜଳର କୌଣସି ସ୍ରୋତ ନୁହେଁ କେବଳ ତାହା ଜଳକୁ ବହନ କରି ଚାଲିଥାଏ
So this is Atmavai Putra Namasi. The Upanishads say that the father becomes the son.
ଏହିଭଳି ଭାବେ କୁହାଯାଏ ଯେ ପିତା ପୁତ୍ର ସଦୃଶ କାର୍ଯ୍ୟ କରିଥାନ୍ତି
Just as Krishna manifested so many different sons.
ମୋତେ ଭଗବାନ ଶ୍ରୀକୃଷ୍ଣ ନିଜକୁ ତାଙ୍କ ଅନେକ ପୁତ୍ର ରୂପରେ ସମ୍ପ୍ରସାରିତ କରିଛନ୍ତି
In the life of Srila Ramanujacharya, there's a nice story in this regard.
ଏହି ପରିପ୍ରେକ୍ଷୀରେ ଶ୍ରୀ ରାମାନୁଜାଚାର୍ଯ୍ୟଙ୍କର ପ୍ରସଙ୍ଗରେ ଏକ ଉପମା ରହିଛି
That after Srila Jamunacharya left this world, his body was there on the banks of the Kaveri River.
ଯେତେବେଳେ ଶ୍ରୀ ରାମାନୁଜାଚାର୍ଯ୍ୟଙ୍କ ଗୁରୁଦେବ ରମଣାଚାର୍ଯ୍ୟ ଶରୀର ତ୍ୟାଗ କରିଛନ୍ତି କାବେରୀ ନଦୀ କୂଳରେ ସେ ଅବସ୍ଥାନ କରିଥିଲେ ସେ ସମୟରେ
Ramanuja, he had intended to take initiation from Jamunacharya.
ଶ୍ରୀ ରାମାନୁଜାଚାର୍ଯ୍ୟ ଆଶା ପୋଷଣ କରିଥିଲେ ଶ୍ରୀ ରମଣାଚାର୍ଯ୍ୟ ଠାରୁ ଦୀକ୍ଷା ଗ୍ରହଣ କରିବେ
But when he arrived there, he found that his Guru Maharaj had left his body already.
କିନ୍ତୁ କାଳକ୍ରମେ ସେ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଦୁର୍ଭାଗ୍ୟବଶତଃ ଜାଣିବାକୁ ପାଇଲେ ଯେ ତାଙ୍କ ଗୁରୁ ମହାରାଜ ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ଶରୀର ତ୍ୟାଗ କରିଛନ୍ତି
And there was a crowd of devotees standing there.
ଅନେକ ଶିଷ୍ୟ ସେଠାରେ ଏକତ୍ରିତ ହୋଇଥିଲେ
Everyone was crying, Guru Maharaj had left.
ସମସ୍ତେ କ୍ରନ୍ଦନ କରୁଥିଲେ
And suddenly Ramanuja, he went into samadhi.
ସେହି ସମୟରେ ରାମାନୁଜାଚାର୍ଯ୍ୟ ସମାଧିରେ ଅବସ୍ଥାନ କଲେ
And at the same time, everyone turned. They could see something's happening, and they looked at Ramanuja.
ଏହି ସମୟରେ ଅନେକ ଶିଷ୍ୟ ସେଠାରେ ଥିବା ଏକତ୍ରିତ ଶିଷ୍ୟମାନେ ରାମାନୁଜାଚାର୍ଯ୍ୟଙ୍କ ଆଡ଼କୁ ଆଶ୍ଚର୍ଯ୍ୟ ହୋଇ ଦେଖିଲେ
And after a few minutes, Ramanuja then he spoke.
କିଛି ସମୟ ପରେ ରାମାନୁଜାଚାର୍ଯ୍ୟ କହିଲେ
He said that I see that Guru Maharaj, 3 of his fingers are folded and they're clenched tight in his hand.
ମୁଁ ଦେଖୁଛି ଆମ ଗୁରୁ ମହାରାଜ ସେ ତାଙ୍କ ଅଙ୍ଗୁଷ୍ଠୀରେ
Teen fingers. They're tight.
ଏଭଳି ତିନିଟି ଆଙ୍ଗୁଠିକୁ ଚାପି ଧରିଛନ୍ତି
And he asked the devotees, was it like this during his lifetime?
ସେ ଅନ୍ୟ ଶିଷ୍ୟମାନଙ୍କୁ ପଚାରିଲେ ଗୁରୁଦେବ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଶରୀର ଧରି ଏଠି ଅବସ୍ଥାନ କରୁଥିଲେ ସେ ଏଭଳି କେବେ ଆପଣମାନେ ଏମିତି ଦେଖିଛନ୍ତି କି
And the devotees said, no.
ସମସ୍ତ ଶିଷ୍ୟମାନେ କହିଲେ ନା ଆମେ ଦେଖିନାହୁଁ
So then suddenly Ramanuja made a statement, strong statement.
ସେହି ସମୟରେ ରାମାନୁଜାଚାର୍ଯ୍ୟ ଏକ ଦୃଢ଼ ଉକ୍ତି ପ୍ରକାଶ କଲେ
He said, number 1,
ସେ କହିଲେ 1 ନମ୍ବର
I'll remain, by remaining fixed in devotion to Lord Vishnu, I'm going to free the people from illusion by preaching everywhere.
ସେ କହିଲେ ଯେଉଁ ଯେଉଁ ଜୀବମାନେ ଭଗବାନ ବିଷ୍ଣୁଙ୍କର ଆରାଧନା କରିବେ ମୁଁ ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କୁ ଏଭଳି ଭାବେ ପ୍ରଚାର କରି ସେମାନଙ୍କର ଉଦ୍ଧାର କରିବି।
And when he said that, one of the fingers of Jamunacharya came straight.
ସେ ଯେଉଁ ମୁହୂର୍ତ୍ତରେ ଏଭଳି ସେ ଉକ୍ତି ପ୍ରକାଶ କରିଛନ୍ତି ଯମୁନାଚାର୍ଯ୍ୟଙ୍କର ଆଉ ଗୋଟିଏ ଏଭଳି ଗୋଷ୍ଠୀ ସମ୍ପ୍ରସାରିତ ହୋଇଗଲା।
Then Ramanuja said, number 2,
ତାପରେ ରାମାନୁଜାଚାର୍ଯ୍ୟ କହିଲେ 2 ନମ୍ବର,
to establish that there's no truth higher than Vishnu, I'm going to write the Sri Bhashya commentary on Vedanta Sutra.
ସେ କହିଲେ ଭଗବାନ ବିଷ୍ଣୁଙ୍କ ତତ୍ତ୍ୱ ଉପରେ ବେଦାନ୍ତ ସୂତ୍ରରୁ
Sri Bhashya.
ଶ୍ରୀ ଭାଷ୍ୟ ମୁଁ ରଚନା କରିବି।
And when he said that, the second of Yamunacharya's fingers came straight.
ସେହି ସମୟରେ ଯମୁନାଚାର୍ଯ୍ୟଙ୍କର 2 ନମ୍ବର ଆଙ୍ଗୁଠିଟି ପ୍ରସାରିତ ହୋଇଯାଇଛି।
And then Ramanuja said, number 3,
ରାମାଚାର୍ଯ୍ୟ ଭଗବାନ କହିଲେ 2 ନମ୍ବର,
said to give respect to the great Rishi Parasara Muni.
ସେ ପରାଶର ମୁନିଙ୍କୁ ସମ୍ମାନ ଜଣାଇବା ପାଇଁ ସେ କହିଲେ,
Who has described the glories of Lord Vishnu in the Vishnu Purana.
ଯିଏକି ବିଷ୍ଣୁ ପୁରାଣରେ ଭଗବାନ ଶ୍ରୀ ବିଷ୍ଣୁଙ୍କର ଗୁଣଗାନ କରିଛନ୍ତି।
I'm going to name one disciple after Parasara Muni.
ମୁଁ ଏକ ଶିଷ୍ୟଙ୍କୁ ପରାଶର ମୁନିଙ୍କ ନାମ ଅନୁସାରେ ନାମିତ କରିବି।
And then the third finger of Jamunacharya became straight.
ଯମୁନାଚାର୍ଯ୍ୟଙ୍କର ତୃତୀୟ ମୁଷ୍ଟି ମଧ୍ୟ ପ୍ରସାରିତ ହୋଇଛି।
So this is the principle Atmavai Putanamasi, that the father becomes the son.
ଏହି ପରିପ୍ରେକ୍ଷୀରେ ଆମେ ଏହି ସିଦ୍ଧାନ୍ତରେ ଉପନୀତ ହେବା ଯେ ଏଠାରେ ପିତା ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ପୁତ୍ରଙ୍କ ସଦୃଶ କାର୍ଯ୍ୟ କରୁଛନ୍ତି।
And Jamunacharya, he manifested his Shakti through Ramanuja.
ଏହିଭଳି ଭାବେ ଯମୁନାଚାର୍ଯ୍ୟ ଶ୍ରୀଳ ଯମୁନାଚାର୍ଯ୍ୟ ଶ୍ରୀଳ ରାମାନୁଜାଚାର୍ଯ୍ୟଙ୍କ ମାଧ୍ୟମରେ ନିଜକୁ ପ୍ରକାଶ କଲେ।
So how does Gurudev enter into the disciple?
ତ ଆମେ ଏଭଳି ଚିନ୍ତା କରିବା ଯେ ଏଭଳି ଏମିତି କେମିତି ହେଉଛି ଯେ ଗୁରୁ ଶିଷ୍ୟଙ୍କ ମାଧ୍ୟମରେ ପ୍ରକଟ ହୁଅନ୍ତି।
Srila Sanatana Goswami in his Krishna Lila Stava explains.
ଶ୍ରୀଳ ସନାତନ ଗୋସ୍ୱାମୀ କୃଷ୍ଣ ଲୀଳା ସ୍ତବରେ ବର୍ଣ୍ଣନା କରୁଛନ୍ତି।
He says, Rupa Namashrita Avishta, that when one takes shelter, ashrita, of the form of the Lord, the root,
ଯେତେବେଳେ ଜଣେ ଶିଷ୍ୟ ଭଗବାନଙ୍କର ସାକାର ସ୍ୱରୂପ ଉପରେ ଆଶ୍ରିତ ହୋଇଥାଏ
and one takes shelter of the name of Krishna,
ଏବଂ ଭଗବାନଙ୍କର ନାମ ଆଶ୍ରୟ ହୋଇଥାଏ,
Rupa Nama Ashrita, then Avishta, then the Lord enters into that devotee.
ସେ କ୍ଷେତ୍ରରେ ଭଗବାନ ନିଜେ ସେହି ଭକ୍ତଙ୍କ ମଧ୍ୟରେ ପ୍ରବେଶ କରିଥାନ୍ତି।
Bhaktivinoda Thakur describes this in Harinam Chintamani.
ଭକ୍ତିବିନୋଦ ଠାକୁର ଏହି ପ୍ରସଙ୍ଗକୁ ହରିନାମ ଚିନ୍ତାମଣିରେ ଆଲୋଚନା କରିଛନ୍ତି।
Vaishnava nikate jadi Vaishe kata lakshana Deha hoite hoya Krishna Shakti nisarana. He says that if someone Vaishnava nikate jadi, if you stay near to a Vaishnava,
ଯଦି ଆପଣ ଏକ ବୈଷ୍ଣବଙ୍କର ସନ୍ନିକଟରେ ବସବାସ କରନ୍ତି,
even kata lakshana, even for just a brief time,
ଯଦି କିଛି କ୍ଷଣ ମଧ୍ୟ ତାଙ୍କ ସହିତ ସଙ୍ଗ କରନ୍ତି,
Deha hoite, from being in touch with that body of that Vaishnava,
ତାଙ୍କ ଶରୀରକୁ କିଛି କ୍ଷଣ ପାଇଁ ସ୍ପର୍ଶ ବି କରନ୍ତି,
then Krishna Shakti Nisarana, that Shakti comes from that Vaishnava to you.
ଏଭଳି ଭାବେ ସେ ବୈଷ୍ଣବଠାରୁ ଆପଣଙ୍କ ମଧ୍ୟକୁ ଶକ୍ତି ସଂସାରଣ ହୋଇଥାଏ ଭଗବାନ ଶ୍ରୀକୃଷ୍ଣଙ୍କର।
Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur has spoke about this in one article that he wrote.
ଶ୍ରୀଲ ଭକ୍ତି ସିଦ୍ଧାନ୍ତ ସରସ୍ୱତୀ ଠାକୁର ଏହି ପ୍ରସଙ୍ଗକୁ
Excuse me? Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur wrote about this in one article.
ଏହି ପ୍ରସଙ୍ଗକୁ ଏକ ସମ୍ପାଦକୀୟରେ ତାହା ପ୍ରକାଶ କରିଥିଲେ।
He explains what is the Guru.
ସେ ସେଠାରେ ଏହା ଆଲୋଚନା କରିଥିଲେ ଯେ ଗୁରୁ କିଏ।
The guru is the embodiment of the manifestation of the divinity. So when the divinity manifests to the disciple, that's guru.
ଭଗବାନଙ୍କର ଭଗବତ୍ତା ଯେତେବେଳେ ଜଣେ ଶୁଦ୍ଧ ବୈଷ୍ଣବ ପାଖରେ ପରିପ୍ରକାଶ ହୁଏ ସେ ହେଉଛନ୍ତି ପ୍ରକୃତରେ ଗୁରୁ।
And he says that that divinity manifests to the pure receptive spiritual essence of the disciple. That essence, that essential part of the disciple which is pure,
ଭକ୍ତର ସମସ୍ତ ପ୍ରକାର ଶୁଦ୍ଧ ଗୁଣ ତାଙ୍କର ଆଧ୍ୟାତ୍ମିକ ଚେତନାର ଶୁଦ୍ଧତାର ପରିପ୍ରକାଶ କରାଇବା ପାଇଁ ଭଗବାନଙ୍କର ଭଗବତ୍ତା ତାଙ୍କର ପରିପ୍ରକାଶ ହୋଇଥାଏ।
and that aspect of the disciple which is receptive, which wants the divinity.
ଏଇଭଳି ଭାବେ ଜଣେ ଶୁଦ୍ଧ ଭକ୍ତ ଭଗବାନଙ୍କର ଆଶ୍ରୟ ନେଇ ସେଭଳିଆ ଶକ୍ତିର ଆଶ୍ରୟ ବା ତାକୁ ଗ୍ରହଣ କରିବା ପାଇଁ ବସିଥାଏ।
And Srila Bhaktisiddhanta says the guru, he's the real and the original recipient of the truth. He's the real person who gets the truth.
ଭକ୍ତି ସିଦ୍ଧାନ୍ତ ସରସ୍ୱତୀ କହୁଛନ୍ତି ସେ ହେଉଛନ୍ତି ଗୁରୁ ଯିଏ ଏଭଳି ଭାବେ ଶୁଦ୍ଧ ଚିତ୍ତରେ ଭଗବାନଙ୍କର ଭଗବତ୍ତା ବା ଶକ୍ତି ସଞ୍ଚାରିତ ଶକ୍ତିକୁ ଗ୍ରହଣ କରିପାରିଥାଏ।
He's the original person to get the truth.
ସେ ହେଉଛନ୍ତି ପ୍ରକୃତ original ବ୍ୟକ୍ତିତ୍ୱ।
And he communicates, he gives his knowledge to the disciple.
ସେ ଯାହା ଶକ୍ତି ସଞ୍ଚାର ମଧ୍ୟରେ ଯାହା ବି ପ୍ରାପ୍ତ ହୋଇଥାନ୍ତି ସେ ଶୁଦ୍ଧ ଚେତନା ଅନୁସାରେ ସେ ଅନ୍ୟ ଶିଷ୍ୟମାନଙ୍କୁ ପ୍ରେରିତ କରିଥାନ୍ତି।
Kintu gote kashta. There's one problem. The problem is that the disciple, he's too small and too insignificant to be able to receive that truth by himself.
ଏଠାରେ ଏକ ସମସ୍ୟା ରହିଛି ଯେ ଜଣେ ଶିଷ୍ୟ ଭଗବାନଙ୍କର ଭଗବତ୍ତା ଓ ତାଙ୍କ ଶକ୍ତି ସଂସାର ତୁଳନାରେ ଅତ୍ୟନ୍ତ ନଗଣ୍ୟ ହୋଇଥାଏ। ତେଣୁ ତାଙ୍କ ଯୋଗ୍ୟତା ବା ତାଙ୍କ capacity ଉପରେ ଡିପେଣ୍ଡ କରି ସେ କେତେ ଗ୍ରହଣ କରିପାରୁଛନ୍ତି।
But by the power of Gurudev, the disciple receives that.
କିନ୍ତୁ ଗୁରୁଙ୍କର କୃପାରେ ଶିଷ୍ୟ ଏଭଳିଆ ଶକ୍ତିକୁ ଆଶ୍ରୟ ବା ଗ୍ରହଣ କରିବାରେ ସକ୍ଷମ ହୋଇପାରିଥାଏ।
He says that the Gurudev, he takes the disciple by the hand and guides his every step on the way to the Absolute.
ଶ୍ରୀଳ ଭକ୍ତି ସିଦ୍ଧାନ୍ତ ସରସ୍ୱତୀ କୁହନ୍ତି ଗୁରୁ ହେଉଛନ୍ତି ସିଏ ଯିଏକି ଶିଷ୍ୟର ଅଙ୍ଗୁଷ୍ଠି ଧରି ବା ହାତ ଧରି ସମସ୍ତ କ୍ଷେତ୍ରରେ ପ୍ରତ୍ୟେକ ସ୍ତରରେ ତାକୁ ଉଚିତ ଉପଦେଶ ଦ୍ୱାରା ଗାଇଡ୍ କରିଥାନ୍ତି।
And that the disciple is forever a disciple of Gurudev. He's never different than that.
ଏହି ପରିପ୍ରେକ୍ଷୀରେ ଜଣେ ଗୁରୁଙ୍କର ଉଚିତ ବା ଉତ୍ତମ ଶିଷ୍ୟ ହୋଇପାରିଥାନ୍ତି।
His English is very high. I'll read you the English, what he says. You won't understand. You won't be able to translate either.
ଯେହେତୁ ଭକ୍ତି ସିଦ୍ଧାନ୍ତ ସରସ୍ୱତୀଙ୍କର ଇଂଲିଶ ବହୁତ ଟପ୍ ଲେଭେଲର ତେଣୁ ପ୍ରଭୁଜୀ କହୁଛନ୍ତି ଏହାକୁ ବୁଝେଇବା ଟିକେ କଷ୍ଟ ହେବ ଆଉ ମୁଁ ଟ୍ରାନ୍ସଲେସନ୍ କରୁଛି ମୁଁ ତ ବିଲକୁଲ କରିପାରିବି ପ୍ରଭୁଜୀ କହୁଛନ୍ତି ଇଏ ବି କରିପାରିବେ ନାହିଁ।
Srila Bhaktisiddhanta says the cognitive faculty of the individual soul can have no ground to stand upon unless the divinity himself condescends to be the legs as well as the ground on which he's to stand to function at all. Not possible. So he says the ability of the individual soul to perceive something. The ability of the individual soul to perceive spirit. That ability has no ground to stand upon. Unless the divinity, unless the Lord agrees to become the legs as well as the ground for the disciple to walk.
जो पर्यंत भगवान निजे कृपा करी भक्तर माने गोड़ बा पाद सदृश ताको सहाय्य करनांती चालिया पाए.
And he says, this is Gurudev.
से होते से गुरुदेव.
Gurudev is our foundation.
गुरुदेव होते मूलदुआ.
What does that mean? That means that Gurudev is mantra datta. He's giving us a foundation of that mantra, Krishna.
गुरुदेव आपको कृष्ण का महामंत्र प्रदान करिसंती. से होते हमरा आध्यात्मिक जीवनरा और चेतनार मूलदुआ.
But then how do we walk on that ground?
किंतु आगे से भलिया से जगह किभुला में चाली परिबा.
Gurudev is Siksha Datta. He also teaches us how to walk. And then Srila Bhaktisiddhanta says, as a matter of fact, the divinity reveals himself only to himself. He only reveals himself to himself. Huh? No, to himself. He reveals himself to himself.
Okay.
Because Gurudev is Sakshat Daridvain. He's not different from Krishna. So Gurudev, he's the he's the real and the original person to receive the absolute truth. So then how can the disciple realize that? Srila Bhaktisiddhanta says a very powerful thing. The individual soul is a separable constituent of the Guru. Okay, the disciple is a separated part of Gurudev. And he says that it's only when that disciple associates with Gurudev in a completely dependent manner that he can be on the platform of Gurudev's service to the Lord. This topic of Guru and disciple, Bahut Rahasya Katha, very, very confidential topic. The Chaitanya Charitamrita describes Diksha Kale At Bhakta Kore Atma Samarpana Se Kale Krishna Tare Kore Atma Sama. Diksha Kale, at the time of Diksha. That Bhakta who's Atma Samarpana, who's completely surrendered, who takes initiation from Gurudev in a completely surrendered manner, Say Kale, at that time, Krishna Tare Kore Atmasam. Krishna says, that disciple is none different than me. Sei Deha Kore Tara Chidananda Moya Aprakrita Dehitanra Charana Bajoya. At that time, say Deha, that Deha becomes Chidanandamoy, it becomes transcendental.
ସେହି ସମୟରେ ସେହି ଶରୀର ଚିଦାନନ୍ଦମୟ ହୋଇଯାଏ
And
ବା ନିତ୍ୟ ହୋଇଯାଏ।
aprakata deha, in that transcendental body, the disciple can worship the Lord.
ସେହି ସମୟରେ ସେହି ନିତ୍ୟ ଦେହଧାରୀ ଜଣେ ଶିଷ୍ୟ ଭଗବାନଙ୍କର ସେବା ପୂଜା କରିପାରିବେ।
So this is what it means to be the son of Gurudev.
ଏହି ପରିପ୍ରେକ୍ଷୀରେ ଆମେ ବୁଝିପାରିବା ଯେ ଗୁରୁଙ୍କ ପୁତ୍ର ବା ଗୁରୁଙ୍କ ଶିଷ୍ୟ ମଧ୍ୟରେ କୌଣସି ସମ୍ପର୍କ ନାହିଁ।
Our Gurudev used to sing the song Vaishnava Sarna by Devaki Nandan Das.
ଗୁରୁଦେବ ଅନେକ ସମୟରେ ଦେବକୀନନ୍ଦନ ଦାସଙ୍କର ଏକ ବୈଷ୍ଣବ ଭଜନ ଗାନ କରିଥାନ୍ତି।
And Devaki Nandan Das, he describes very clearly there.
ଯେଉଁଠାରେ ଦେବକୀନନ୍ଦନ ଦାସ ପୁଙ୍ଖାନୁପୁଙ୍ଖ ଭାବେ ସେଠାରେ ବର୍ଣ୍ଣନା କରିଛନ୍ତି।
He explains a question we may have.
ସେ ତାହା ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ଯାହା ଆମ ମନରେ ପ୍ରଶ୍ନ ଆସେ।
If you say that that Gurudev becomes a disciple, which disciple?
ଯଦି ଆମେ କହିବା ଗୁରୁ ଶିଷ୍ୟ ଜଣେ ଗୁରୁ ଭଳି ଜଣେ ଗୁରୁ ଶିଷ୍ୟ ଭଳି ତାହେଲେ କୋଉ ଭଳିଆ ଶିଷ୍ୟ ଭଳି ଗୁରୁ ହୋଇଥାନ୍ତି?
Which disciple is empowered?
କୋଉ ଭଳିଆ ଶିଷ୍ୟକୁ ସେଭଳି ଶକ୍ତି ପ୍ରଦାନ କରିଥାନ୍ତି?
Brahmanda tarite shakti dare jane jane eveda purani guna gaya jeba shune. Devaki Nandan Das says each and every one of the followers of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has the Shakti to deliver so many universes.
ଦେବକୀନନ୍ଦନ ଦାସ କହନ୍ତି ମହାପ୍ରଭୁଙ୍କର ସମସ୍ତ ଶିଷ୍ୟ ଏଭଳିଆ ଶକ୍ତି ସଞ୍ଚାରିତ ହୋଇଛନ୍ତି ଯେ ସେମାନେ ସାରା ବ୍ରହ୍ମାଣ୍ଡରେ ଏହି କଥା କୀର୍ତ୍ତନକୁ ପ୍ରଚାର କରିପାରିବେ।
So can you deliver a universe? How about you?
ଆପଣ କରିପାରିବେ କି?
So you're saying Devaki Nandan Das is lying?
That is a true disciple.
That's a true disciple.
ଯଦି ଆମେ ମନା କରୁଛୁ ତାହେଲେ ଦେବକୀନନ୍ଦନ ଦାସ ତାହା କହିଛନ୍ତି ତାହା ଭୁଲ।
But he's saying, Jane Jane, all the followers of Chaitanya
ସେ
Mahaprabhu.
କହିଛନ୍ତି ମହାପ୍ରଭୁଙ୍କର ସମସ୍ତ ଅନୁଗାମୀ ଏହା କରିପାରିବେ।
So how do we understand that?
ଆମେ ଏହା କୋଉ ପରିପ୍ରେକ୍ଷୀରେ କିଭଳି ବୁଝିପାରିବା?
How do we understand that Lord Shiva, he says, Mukti Pradatta Sarvesham, Vishnu Eva Nasangsaya. Only Vishnu can give liberation.
ଏହି ପରିପ୍ରେକ୍ଷୀରେ ଲର୍ଡ ଶିବ କହୁଛନ୍ତି ଭଗବାନ ବିଷ୍ଣୁ ହିଁ ଆମକୁ ମୁକ୍ତି ପ୍ରଦାନ କରିପାରନ୍ତି।
But now Devaki Nandan Das is saying, Brahmanda Tariti Shakti Dhari Jani Jani, that all the devotees of Mahaprabhu can give liberation.
କିନ୍ତୁ ଏଠାରେ ଆମେ ଏହା ବି ଆଲୋଚନା କରୁଛେ ଦେବକୀନନ୍ଦନ ଦାସ କହୁଛନ୍ତି ମହାପ୍ରଭୁଙ୍କର ସମସ୍ତ ଅନୁଗାମୀ ସମସ୍ତ ଜଣଙ୍କୁ ମୁକ୍ତି ପ୍ରଦାନ କରାଇପାରିବେ।
And moreover, if we think about it, Lord Shiva is saying, Vishnu Pradatta Sarvesham, Vishnu Eva Nasangsaya, Mukti Pradatta Sarvesham, Vishnu Eva Nasangsaya. Only Vishnu can give liberation. But Lord Shiva, he's also the head of the Sampradaya, the Rudra Sampradaya.
ଶିବଜୀ ଏପଟେ କହୁଛନ୍ତି ଯେ ଭଗବାନ ବିଷ୍ଣୁ ହିଁ ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କୁ ମୁକ୍ତି ପ୍ରଦାନ କରିପାରନ୍ତି କିନ୍ତୁ ଅନ୍ୟ ପରିପ୍ରେକ୍ଷୀରେ ଏହା ବି ଆମେ ଜାଣିବା ଯେ ଭଗବାନ ଶିବ ମଧ୍ୟ ରୁଦ୍ର ସମ୍ପ୍ରଦାୟକୁ ରିପ୍ରେଜେଣ୍ଟ କରନ୍ତି।
And Amritesh Gaur Prabhu, he's telling us he can't deliver a universe. He says that Devaki Nandan Das is not telling the truth. But Devaki Nandan Das is telling the truth. You can't deliver a universe. He's also telling the truth. And Lord Shiva's also telling the truth. Mukti Pradatta Sarvesham Vishnu Eva Nasangsaya. Only Vishnu can give liberation. But the answer is that Amritesh Gaur Prabhu, can deliver all of Bhubaneswar, all of Orissa, all the planet, all the universe with just one name of Krishna.
କିନ୍ତୁ ଏହା ସତ୍ୟ ଯେ ଅଙ୍କିଦାସ ଗୌର ପ୍ରଭୁ ଚାହିଁଲେ ଏହି ଭୁବନେଶ୍ୱର ବା ଏହି ଭାରତବର୍ଷ ବା ଏହି ସାରା ସଂସାର ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କୁ ଉଦ୍ଧାର କରିପାରିବେ କେବଳ ଗୋଟିଏ ନାଁ ତାହା ହେଉଛି କୃଷ୍ଣଙ୍କ ନାଁ।
But he's not doing it. Krishna's name is doing it.
କାରଣ ସେ ନିଜେ କରୁନାହାନ୍ତି, ଭଗବାନଙ୍କର ନାମ, ଭଗବାନଙ୍କର ମହାନ ନାମ ଏହା କରୁଛି।
Gurudev is doing it through him.
ଗୁରୁଦେବ ଅମୃତଦାସ ଗୌର ପ୍ରଭୁଙ୍କ ମାଧ୍ୟମରେ ତାହା କରାଉଛନ୍ତି।
Because he got that name from Gurudev. Therefore, Narada Pancharatra confirms this point. Mantra grahana matrena naro narayanatmakaha punati lila matrena purushan satam satam. As soon as someone just receives a Krishna mantra, mantra grahana matrena, as soon as you receive a Krishna mantra,
A son is someone, is it a son?
when you get it. At that time, very easily, punati lila matrena purushanam satam satam, 100 generations of your family are delivered just when you get that mantra. Krishna mantra pasakanam sadhya darshana matrataha sata janmarjitat papan muchate nata samsayaha. He says, don't have any doubt about this, na samsaya. That sadhya darshana matra, if you just have darshan, you just see a devotee who's gotten mantra. Satya janmarjitat papa muchate. Then the pap you have for 100 lifetimes goes away. Just by seeing a devotee who got mantra. Narada Pancharatra, Lord Shiva is telling us in Narada Pancharatra to Parvati Devi. Vaishnava darshaninaiva sparshena cha Parvati sadhya putam jalam vanir jagat puta samiranaha. He said that just by seeing a Vaishnava darshana, or sparshanena, just by touching a Vaishnava, then water, air, fire, the whole universe become purified. But sometimes devotees, they say, oh, we're very unfortunate. Because this is what Prabhuji is saying, I'm not such a Vaishnava, there's not such a Vaishnava present. Prabhupada was the last one. Or maybe our Guru Maharaj was the last one, or maybe Bhakti Charu Maharaj was the last one. Now there's no one qualified. We're very unfortunate. This is the philosophy of Hiranyakashipu. Hiranyakashipu, he asked his son Prahlad, where is your God? Where is your Vishnu? Prahlad said, Father, he's everywhere. And Hiranyakashipu said, huh? Is he in this column, the stamba?
ହିରଣ୍ୟକଶ୍ୟପ ଜୋର କରି ପାଟି କରି କହିଲେ ସେଇ ଖମ୍ବରେ କ'ଣ ଅଛନ୍ତି?
Yes, Father.
ପ୍ରହ୍ଲାଦ ମହାରାଜ କହିଲେ ହଁ ନିଶ୍ଚୟ ଅଛନ୍ତି।
Then Hiranyakashipu raised the sword and said, then I will kill him.
ହିରଣ୍ୟକଶ୍ୟପ ତତ୍କ୍ଷଣାତ୍ ନିଜ ଖଡ୍ଗ ବାହାର କରି କହିଲେ ଭଗବାନଙ୍କୁ ମୁଁ ବଧ କରିବି।
And we know he got a big surprise. Right?
ଏବଂ ଜାଣିଛେ ତାପରେ ଅବସ୍ଥା କ'ଣ ହେଲା।
So the Lord is everywhere.
ଅତଏବ ଭଗବାନ ସର୍ବତ୍ର ବିଦ୍ୟମାନ।
But the good news is he's not alone. The Lord is not alone.
ହଁ କିନ୍ତୁ ଭଗବାନ କୌଣସି ଜାଗାରେ ଏକା ନୁହନ୍ତି।
The devotees are always with him.
ଭଗବାନଙ୍କ ଭକ୍ତ ସର୍ବଦା ଭଗବାନଙ୍କ ପାଖରେ ବିଦ୍ୟମାନ।
And if you say there's no more pure devotees, that's the philosophy of Hiranyakashipu.
କିନ୍ତୁ ଯଦି ଆମେ ଚିନ୍ତା କରିବା ଆମର ସେଭଳିଆ ସାମର୍ଥ୍ୟ ନାହିଁ ବା ଆମେ କରିପାରିବାନି ତାହା ହେଉଛି ଭଗବାନ ହିରଣ୍ୟକଶ୍ୟପ ଦର୍ଶନ ଚିନ୍ତାଧାରା ଭଳି।
Our Guru Maharaj used to say that there's proof that there must be at least one pure devotee present.
ଅତଏବ Lord is present everywhere. ଭଗବାନ ସର୍ବତ୍ର ବିଦ୍ୟମାନ ଅଛନ୍ତି।
There's proof that there's at least one pure devotee present.
ଏହା ପ୍ରମାଣ କରୁଛି ଯେ ଭଗବାନଙ୍କର ଶୁଦ୍ଧ ଭକ୍ତ ନିଶ୍ଚୟ ଜଣେ ନା ଜଣେ ଇଏ ବିଦ୍ୟମାନ ଅଛନ୍ତି।
And Guru Maharaj gave the proof. Surya Dev. That's the proof. The sun is there.
ଗୁରୁଦେବ ଏହା ପ୍ରମାଣ କରି ଦେଇଥିଲେ ସୂର୍ଯ୍ୟଦେବଙ୍କର
The proof is the air is here.
ବାୟୁଦେବ।
Otherwise there would be these things wouldn't exist if there was no pure devotee.
ଯଦି ଭଗବାନ ଶୁଦ୍ଧ ଭକ୍ତ ନଥାନ୍ତେ ତାହେଲେ ସୂର୍ଯ୍ୟଦେବ ବାୟୁଦେବ ଏମାନେ ବି ନଥାନ୍ତେ।
Some years later I was reading in the 7th canto of the Padma Purana.
ପଦ୍ମ ପୁରାଣର ସପ୍ତମ ଭାଗରେ ଏହା ବର୍ଣ୍ଣିତ ଅଛି।
And I found a shloka which exactly says what Guru Maharaj is saying.
ସେହି ଶ୍ଲୋକରେ ଗୁରୁ ମହାରାଜ ଯେଭଳି ବର୍ଣ୍ଣନା କରନ୍ତି ତାହା ସଠିକ ବର୍ଣ୍ଣିତ ଅଛି।
Sangsara Vaishnavadino Deva Vaishnava Palita Hamsa Vaishnavadinas Tasmat Shreshtascha Vaishnavaha. Krishna speaking to Arjuna.
ଭଗବାନ ଶ୍ରୀକୃଷ୍ଣ ଅର୍ଜୁନଙ୍କୁ କହୁଛନ୍ତି
Sangsara Vaishnavadino. This whole sangsar is dependent on the presence of some Vaishnav.
ସାରା ସଂସାରର ସମସ୍ତ ଜୀବ ଏକ ଶୁଦ୍ଧ ବୈଷ୍ଣବଙ୍କ ଉପରେ ନିର୍ଭର କରିଥାନ୍ତି।
Deva Vaishnava Palitaha. That all the devas, they're nourished, they're living only because there's some pure Vaishnav.
ସମସ୍ତ ଦେବାଦେବୀଗଣ ମଧ୍ୟ ଜଣେ ବୈଷ୍ଣବଙ୍କ ଉପରେ ନିର୍ଭର କରିଥାନ୍ତି।
Krishna says, Aham cha Vaishnavadinas. What to speak of the demigods? I can't exist without a Vaishnava. I'm dependent on the presence of a Vaishnava. Therefore, the Vaishnavas are greater than me. Tachmat Shreshtascha Vaishnavaha. He says the Vaishnavas are the greatest. So, Krishna is present in this temple. Shishi Krishna Balaram, Jagannath Baladi Subhadra, Shishi Gauni Tai, Radha Gopinath. Krishna is present in so many forms here. And Abhinatva Namanamino, Krishna is present in this temple in the form of the name. And these things wouldn't go on if there wasn't at least one pure Vaishnav here. We don't know who it is. Maybe it's Upendra Mishra Prabhu. Or maybe it's some Mataji who's coming from outside every day. Or some child. We don't know. But some pure Vaishnava is present.
ଏହା ନିଶ୍ଚୟ ଜଣେ ଶୁଦ୍ଧ ବୈଷ୍ଣବ ନିଶ୍ଚୟ ଅଛନ୍ତି
And Gurudev and our parampara are present through that Vaishnava.
ଏବଂ ଆମ ପରମ୍ପରା ଆମ ଗୁରୁଦେବ ସମସ୍ତେ ତାଙ୍କ ମାଧ୍ୟମରେ ନିଶ୍ଚୟ ଏଠାରେ ଉପସ୍ଥିତ ଅଛନ୍ତି।
We give respect to the disciple of a guru.
ତେଣୁ ଆମେ ଗୁରୁଙ୍କର ସମସ୍ତ ଶିଷ୍ୟଙ୍କୁ ଆମେ ଉପଯୁକ୍ତ ସମ୍ମାନ ପ୍ରଦର୍ଶନ କରିବା ଉଚିତ।
When a disciple of Srila Prabhupada comes to our temple, we give respect to him because we feel like now Srila Prabhupada is coming to our temple.
ଯେତେବେଳେ ଜଣେ ପ୍ରଭୁପାଦଙ୍କର ଶିଷ୍ୟ ଆମ ମନ୍ଦିରକୁ ଆଗମନ କରନ୍ତି ଆମକୁ ଏଭଳି ଆମ ଚେତନା ଆସେ ଯେ ଶ୍ରୀଳ ପ୍ରଭୁପାଦ ଆସୁଛନ୍ତି ଆଗେ।
That disciple may not be such a great personality like Srila Prabhupada,
ହୋଇଥାଇପାରେ ସେଇ ଭକ୍ତ ଜଣକ ଅନେକ ମାତ୍ରାରେ ପ୍ରସିଦ୍ଧ ହୋଇନଥାଇପାରନ୍ତି।
but Prabhupada has manifested through him because he gave that person initiation.
କିନ୍ତୁ ପ୍ରଭୁପାଦ ସେଇ ଶିଷ୍ୟଙ୍କ ମାଧ୍ୟମରେ ପ୍ରସାରିତ ହୋଇଛନ୍ତି ବା ପ୍ରକଟିତ ହୋଇଛନ୍ତି କାହିଁକି ନା ସେ ତାଙ୍କ
So we should respect that disciple.
ଅତଏବ ଆମେ ସମସ୍ତ ଭକ୍ତମାନଙ୍କୁ ଉଚିତ ସମ୍ମାନ ପ୍ରଦର୍ଶନ କରିବା ଉଚିତ।
In the Chaitanya Charitamrita, we hear the story about Miniketana Ramdas,
ଆମେ ଚୈତନ୍ୟ ଚରିତାମୃତରେ ଏହି ହେଉଛି ମିନିକେତନ ଓ ରାମଦାସ।
that in Katwa, on one occasion, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami's brother, he invited Miniketan Ramdas to come to his home.
କାଠୁଆରେ କୃଷ୍ଣଦାସ କବିରାଜ ଗୋସ୍ୱାମୀଙ୍କର ଭାଇ ମିନାକେତନଙ୍କୁ ଘରକୁ ନିମନ୍ତ୍ରଣ କରିଥିଲେ।
But when Miniketan Ramdas went there,
ଯେତେବେଳେ ମିନାକେତନ ରାମଦାସ ତାଙ୍କ ଘରକୁ ପ୍ରବେଶ କଲେ
there was some pujari there, his name is Gunarnava Mishra. And that Gunarnava Mishra didn't give proper respect to Miniketan Ramdas.
ତାଙ୍କ ଘରେ ଥିବା ପୂଜାରୀ ଗୁଣାନବ ମିଶ୍ର ତାଙ୍କୁ ଉପଯୁକ୍ତ ସମ୍ମାନ ପ୍ରଦର୍ଶନ କଲେ ନାହିଁ।
Miniketan Ramdas became angry.
ଏହା ଦେଖି ମିନାକେତନ ରାମଦାସ
You don't have to
କ୍ରୋଧିତ ହୋଇଗଲେ।
said, you don't have to respect me.
ସେ ଏହା କହିଲେ ଯେ ତୁମେ ମୋତେ ସମ୍ମାନ ପ୍ରଦର୍ଶନ କରିବା ଆବଶ୍ୟକ ନୁହେଁ
But you should respect my Gurudev.
କିନ୍ତୁ ତୁମେ ମୋ ଗୁରୁଙ୍କୁ ସମ୍ମାନ ପ୍ରଦର୍ଶନ କରିବା ଉଚିତ।
The Guru of Miniketan Ramdas was Lord Nityananda himself.
ମିନାକେତନ ରାମଦାସଙ୍କର ଗୁରୁ ନିତ୍ୟାନନ୍ଦ ରାମ ନିଜେ ଥିଲେ।
That you may not respect me, but you should respect my Gurudev.
ତୁମେ ମୋତେ ସମ୍ମାନ କରିନପାର କିନ୍ତୁ ମୋ ଗୁରୁଦେବଙ୍କୁ ନିଶ୍ଚୟ ରୂପେ ସମ୍ମାନ କରିବା ଉଚିତ।
The Vaishnava is a manina manadena. He doesn't want respect.
ଜଣେ ବୈଷ୍ଣବ ଅମାନିନ ମାନନ କଦାପି କୌଣସି ପ୍ରକାର ସମ୍ମାନର ଆଶା ହିଁ ନଥାନ୍ତି
But he wants that people should respect his Gurudev.
କିନ୍ତୁ ସେ ସର୍ବଦା ଏହି ଚେତନା ରଖନ୍ତି ଯେ ମୋ ଗୁରୁଙ୍କୁ ଅନ୍ୟମାନେ ସମ୍ମାନ ପ୍ରଦର୍ଶନ କରନ୍ତୁ।
Although he was the brother of Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami,
ଯଦି ତ ସେ ତାଙ୍କ ନିଜ
that brother,
କୃଷ୍ଣ ଦାସ କବିରାଜ ଗୋସ୍ୱାମୀ
that brother also didn't give proper respect to Miniketan Ramdas. He said, who is this Nityananda? We respect Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but who is this Nityananda?
ସେ ବି ଚିନ୍ତା କରିଥିଲେ ଯେ ଆମେ ନିତ୍ୟାନନ୍ଦକେ ଏତେ ମାନେ ଚିନ୍ତା କରିବା ଆବଶ୍ୟକ ନାହିଁ ଆମେ କେବଳ ଚୈତନ୍ୟ ମହାପ୍ରଭୁଙ୍କୁ ହିଁ ଜାଣିଛୁ।
And Miniketan Ramdas became angry then, and he took and broke his vangsi, his flute.
ମିନାକେତନ ରାମଦାସ ପ୍ରଧାନିତ ହୋଇ ତାଙ୍କ ହାତରେ ଥିବା ବଂଶଟିକୁ ଭାଙ୍ଗି ଦେଇଥିଲେ।
And he went away.
ସେ ସେଠାରୁ ଚାଲିଗଲେ।
And when Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami saw the offense that his brother made, not giving respect to Miniketan Ramdas's guru,
କୃଷ୍ଣଦାସ କବିରାଜ ଗୋସ୍ୱାମୀ ସେତେବେଳେ ଏହା ଜାଣିପାରିଲେ ଯେ ତାଙ୍କ ନିଜ ଭାଇ ମିନାକେତନ ରାମଦାସଙ୍କୁ ଉପଯୁକ୍ତ ସମ୍ମାନ ବା ତାଙ୍କ ଗୁରୁଙ୍କୁ ଉପଯୁକ୍ତ ସମ୍ମାନ ପ୍ରଦର୍ଶନ କରିନାହାନ୍ତି।
Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami told him, you're no longer my brother. I'm leaving home. And he went to Vrindavan.
ଏହା ଦେଖି ସେ ତୁମେ ମୁଁ ତୁମକୁ ଭାଇ ରୂପେ ତ୍ୟାଗ କରୁଛି ବୋଲି କହି ସେ ଘର ଛାଡ଼ି ବୃନ୍ଦାବନ ଚାଲିଗଲେ।
And then Lord Nityananda appeared to him and said, oh, I'm very pleased with you.
ଯେତେବେଳେ ଏହା ଭଗବାନ ନିତ୍ୟାନନ୍ଦ ଦେଖିଲେ ସେ ଅତ୍ୟନ୍ତ ଖୁସି ହେଇଗଲେ
Because you have that Guru Nishtha.
କାରଣ ସେ ଗୁରୁଙ୍କ ପ୍ରତି ବହୁତ ନିଷ୍ଠାବାନ ଥିଲେ।
Yesterday we spoke something about how the Vaishnavas, they respect everyone because they see the Lord in the body of that person, of everyone.
ଗତକାଲି ଆଲୋଚନା ବି କରିଥିଲେ ଯେ ଜଣେ ବୈଷ୍ଣବ ଆମେ କିଭଳି ସମ୍ମାନ ପ୍ରଦର୍ଶନ କରିବା ଉଚିତ କାରଣ ସମସ୍ତ ବୈଷ୍ଣବଠାରେ ଭଗବାନ ନିତ୍ୟ ବିଦ୍ୟମାନ ଅଟନ୍ତି।
The Lord is also in the heart of initiated devotees.
ଏବଂ ଭଗବାନ ସମସ୍ତ ଭକ୍ତଙ୍କର ହୃଦୟରେ ଅବସ୍ଥାନ କରୁଛନ୍ତି।
But we give more respect to those devotees because they've gotten the ashirvad, they've gotten the mantra and siksha from Gurudev. They've been accepted by Gurudev.
ଅତଏବ ଆମେ ସମସ୍ତ ଭକ୍ତ ଯେଉଁମାନେ ଗୁରୁଙ୍କଠାରୁ ଶିକ୍ଷା ଗ୍ରହଣ କରିଛନ୍ତି ଭଗବାନ ସେମାନଙ୍କ ହୃଦୟରେ ବାସ କରୁଛନ୍ତି ଆମେ ସେମାନଙ୍କୁ ଅତ୍ୟଧିକ ସମ୍ମାନ ପ୍ରଦର୍ଶନ କରିବା ଉଚିତ।
One disciple, Srila Prabhupada, he told me a story. That he was in Detroit, in America, and he was waiting to see Srila Prabhupada. He'd never met Srila Prabhupada yet. Then Srila Prabhupada came and he sat down on the Vyasasana, and the devotees started doing Guru Puja. So this devotee is watching Srila Prabhupada. Everyone there is worshipping Srila Prabhupada. What did Prabhupada do? Prabhupada picked up kartals and he was also singing Shri Guru Charana Padma. And the devotee is thinking, what is this? Prabhupada, he's worshipping himself? We do Guru Puja for Amritesh Gaur Prabhu. He's also going to be singing. Yes, very good. I like. That's not Vaishnav like. Prabhupada was singing not for himself. He's praying to Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati. He's not accepting it for himself. Therefore, I remember one year, 1995, Guru Maharaj was sitting right here, and he was speaking about Vyas Puja. And he said that he quoted Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati. That Vyas Puja is not the worship of my guru or your guru. But Vyas Puja means we're worshipping all the gurus of Vyasadeva. This is parampara. And this is a disciple. That the disciple, he's considered to be non-different from Gurudev. Atmavai putra namasi. That the father becomes the son. But the disciple doesn't think, he doesn't, the disciple doesn't think that I'm Gurudev. Advaitam cha parityagat. He should never think that he's non-different from Gurudev. Srila Nayananda Thakur, he's sung a very beautiful prayer to Gurudev.
श्रील
Nayananda Thakur.
नारायण ठाकुर गुरुदेव को प्रार्थना कर कहते
Guru Gati, Guru Mati, Guru Satya, Guru Pati, Guru Bandhu Bandhava Swajan. Guru Pita, Guru Mata, Guru Bhakti Patadata, Guru Saiva Siddhira Karan. This is our relationship with Gurudev.
ଏହା ହେଉଛି ଏଇ ଶ୍ଲୋକ ମାଧ୍ୟମରେ ଏହା ଜାଣିବାକୁ ପାଇଲେ ଯେ ଆମର ଗୁରୁଙ୍କ ସହିତ କୋଉଭଳିଆ ସମ୍ପର୍କ ରହିଛି।
Guru Gati, Gurudev is my goal. I want to serve Gurudev. I want to always be with Gurudev. That's my Gati.
ଗୁରୁ ହିଁ ମତେ ସମସ୍ତ ପ୍ରକାର ଗତି ପ୍ରଦାନ କରିଥାନ୍ତି।
Guru Mati, I'm always thinking of Gurudev. I'm trying to think, how can I please Gurudev?
ମୋର ସମସ୍ତ ପ୍ରକାର ଚେତନା ମନରେ ଗୁରୁ ହିଁ ତାହା ପ୍ରଦାନ କରିଛନ୍ତି ଯାହା ଜାଣେ।
Because Guru Satya, Gurudev is the absolute truth.
ଗୁରୁ ହେଉଛନ୍ତି ପ୍ରକୃତ ସତ୍ୟ।
Guru Pati, Gurudev is my Lord.
ଗୁରୁ ହେଉଛନ୍ତି ମୋର ଭଗବାନ।
Guru Bandhu, he's my real friend.
ସେ ହେଉଛନ୍ତି ମୋର ବନ୍ଧୁ।
Guru Bandhava Swajan, Gurudev is my family.
ଗୁରୁ ହିଁ ମୋର ପରିବାର ଅଟନ୍ତି।
Guru Pitta, Gurudev is my father.
ଗୁରୁ ହିଁ ମୋର ପିତା ଅଟନ୍ତି।
He gave me that mantra which gave me birth.
ସେ ମୋତେ ମହାମନ୍ତ୍ର ଦୀକ୍ଷିତ କରିଛନ୍ତି ଯାହାକି ମୋତେ ପୁନର୍ଜନ୍ମ ଲାଭ କରାଇଛି।
Therefore, Guru Pitta, Guru Mata, he's my father and my mother.
ତେଣୁ ସେ ହିଁ ମୋର ପିତା ଓ ସେ ହିଁ ମୋର ମାତା।
Guru Bhakti Patadata, he's the giver of the path of bhakti.
ଯିଏକି ମୋର ଆଧ୍ୟାତ୍ମିକ ପଥର ପ୍ରଦର୍ଶକ ଅଟନ୍ତି।
Guru Saiva Siddhira Karan. Gurudev, he's the giver of perfection.
ସମସ୍ତ ପ୍ରକାର ସିଦ୍ଧିର ପ୍ରଦାତା ହେଉଛନ୍ତି ମୋ ଗୁରୁଦେବ।
We should think Gurudev is everything.
ତେଣୁ ଗୁରୁ ହେଉଛନ୍ତି ସର୍ବସ୍ୱ।
Yogyata vichare kichu nahi pari tomara karuna sahara. Karuna na hoile kandiya kandiya prananara kibeyara. The Gurudev, I don't have anything. Yogata vichari kichu nahi pai. I have no good qualities.
ହେ ଗୁରୁଦେବ ମୋର କୌଣସି ପ୍ରକାର ଯୋଗ୍ୟତା ନାହିଁ।
Tomara karuna sar. Your karuna, your mercy is my everything.
କେବଳ ଆପଣଙ୍କର କରୁଣା ସର୍ବସାର ଅଟେ।
Karuna na hoile. If you're not merciful to me,
ଯଦି ଆପଣଙ୍କ କରୁଣା ନ ହୁଏ
and kandi, I'm going to cry and cry.
ମୁଁ କ୍ରନ୍ଦନ କରି କରି ପ୍ରାଣ ତ୍ୟାଗ କରିବି।
Pranana rakibo ar. And I can't live anymore because your mercy is all that I am.
ଆପଣଙ୍କ କୃପାରୁ ଯାହା କିଛି ମୁଁ ପ୍ରାପ୍ତ ହୋଇଛି।
When we say the disciples, a manifestation of Gurudev, it means that Gurudev's manifesting, he's giving mercy to that disciple, and that mercy is everything.
ଗୁରୁ ତାଙ୍କର କୃପା ମାଧ୍ୟମରେ ଶିଷ୍ୟଙ୍କ ପାଖରେ ପ୍ରକଟିତ ହୋଇଥାନ୍ତି।
But if we start thinking that I'm Gurudev,
କିନ୍ତୁ ଅନେକ ସମୟରେ ଶିଷ୍ୟ ନିଜକୁ ଗୁରୁ ବୋଲି ବିବେଚନା କରିଥାନ୍ତି।
then hoya sarvanash.
ଯାହାଦ୍ୱାରା ତାଙ୍କର ସର୍ବନାଶ ହୋଇଥାଏ।
Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he once said that it's necessary for the Vaishnavas to accept the position of Guru. It's necessary for the disciple to accept the position of Guru.
ଅତଏବ ଏହା ଅତ୍ୟନ୍ତ ଆବଶ୍ୟକ ଯେ ଜଣେ ଶିଷ୍ୟ ନିଜ ଗୁରୁଙ୍କର ପଦକୁ ଗ୍ରହଣ କରିବା ଆବଶ୍ୟକ।
Kevala gote kashta. There's one problem.
କେବଳ ଗୋଟିଏ ସମସ୍ୟା ରହିଛି।
What is that problem? He said, as soon as you become Guru, you're no longer a Vaishnav. Therefore, Bhaktivinoda, he sings, Guru Abhimana Tyaji. I reject the attitude that I'm Guru. So, therefore, Sanatana Goswami says, Advaitam cha parityagyat. We should never think that I'm none different from Gurudev.
ଆମେ ଗୁରୁଙ୍କ ଠାରୁ କୌଣସି ମାତ୍ରାରେ ଭିନ୍ନ ନୁହନ୍ତି।
But at the same time, Rupa Goswami says, Vishrambena Guru Seva. The disciple is none different from Gurudev.
ରୂପ ଗୋସ୍ୱାମୀ କହୁଛନ୍ତି ଶିଷ୍ୟ ଗୁରୁଙ୍କ ଠାରୁ କୌଣସି ମାତ୍ରାରେ ଭିନ୍ନ ନୁହନ୍ତି।
He's none different because the service that the disciple does, that's Gurudev's manifestation. That's his karuna, his mercy.
କାରଣ ଶିଷ୍ୟ ଯାହା ବି କରୁଛନ୍ତି ବା ଯାହା ବି ସେବା ପ୍ରାପ୍ତ କରୁଛନ୍ତି ତାହା କେବଳ ଗୁରୁଙ୍କ ଆଜ୍ଞାରେ ହିଁ କରାଯାଉଅଛି।
So if somebody comes to you and they say, Amritesh Gaur Prabhu, that was such a good class, you're so brilliant.
ବେଳେବେଳେ ଏଭଳି ହୁଏ ଜଣେ ଆସି କହିଦିଏ ଅମୃତେଶ ଗୌର ପ୍ରଭୁ ଆପଣ ଗୋଟେ ବହୁତ ବଢ଼ିଆ କଥା ପ୍ରସଙ୍ଗ ଆଲୋଚନା କଲେ।
Amritesh Gaur Prabhu should say, yes, you're right.
ସେ କହନ୍ତି ହଁ ହଁ ତୁମେ ଠିକ କହୁଛ ମୁଁ ବଢ଼ିଆ କରିଛି।
It was a very brilliant class. Brilliant is not even good enough word. It's better than brilliant.
ଏହା ବହୁତ ଚତୁରତା ବୁଦ୍ଧିମାନ ବଶତଃ ମୁଁ ସେ ପ୍ରସଙ୍ଗକୁ ଆଲୋଚନା କରିଛି ଆଉ କିଏ ଏଟା କରିପାରିବେ ନାହିଁ।
Because he shouldn't, Amritesh Gaur Prabhu shouldn't keep the credit for himself. He should think the class is brilliant because I'm repeating what I heard from Gurudev.
ଏହା ଆକ୍ଚୁଆଲି ଯଥାର୍ଥତା ଏହା ଯେ ଅମୃତେଶ ଗୌର ପ୍ରଭୁ ସେତେବେଳେ ଏହା ବିଚାର କରିବା ଉଚିତ ଯେ ସେ ଯାହା ବି କଥା ପ୍ରସଙ୍ଗରେ ଆଲୋଚନା କରିଛନ୍ତି ଏହା ତାଙ୍କର ନୁହେଁ ବରଂ ଗୁରୁଙ୍କର ଆଜ୍ଞା।
Gurudev told me to give class.
ଗୁରୁ କହିଥିଲେ କ୍ଲାସ୍ ହେବା ପାଇଁ ବା କୃପା କରି ଜଣାଇଥିଲେ ସେଥିପାଇଁ ଆମେ ଦେଇଛୁ।
When am I speaking in the class? I'm repeating Gurudev.
ମୁଁ ଯାହା ବି କ୍ଲାସ୍ରେ କହୁଛି ବା କଥା ପ୍ରସଙ୍ଗରେ ଆଲୋଚନା କରୁଛି ତାହା କେବଳ
What inspiration do I have to speak the class? It's inspirations coming from Gurudev.
ସମସ୍ତ ପ୍ରକାର ପ୍ରେରଣାର ଉତ୍ସ ହେଉଛନ୍ତି ମୋର ଗୁରୁଦେବ।
So yes, it was a very brilliant class.
ଅତଏବ ଏହା ଏକ ବହୁତ ଭଲ କଥା ପ୍ରସଙ୍ଗ ଥିଲା।
And in that way, whenever someone comes and respects us, we should give that respect where it belongs, to Gurudev.
ଅତଏବ ଯଦି ତ କେତେବେଳେ କୌଣସି ପ୍ରକାର ସମ୍ମାନ ଆମ ଆଡ଼କୁ ଚାଲି ଆସେ ତଥାପି ସେ ସମୟରେ ଆମେ ସମସ୍ତ ପ୍ରକାର ସମ୍ମାନକୁ ବା ସେବାକୁ ଆମେ ଗୁରୁଙ୍କ ପାଖରେ ପ୍ରେରଣ କରିବା ଉଚିତ।
Because yogyata vichari kichu nahi pai, I have no good qualities.
ଆମର କୌଣସି ପ୍ରକାର ଯୋଗ୍ୟତା ନାହିଁ।
Tomada karunasar. Gurudev's mercy is all that I am.
କେବଳ ଗୁରୁଙ୍କର କରୁଣା ହିଁ ସବୁ ଜିନିଷର ସାର ଅଟେ।
We should be like a pipe,
ଆମେ ଏକ ନଳ ସଦୃଶ ହେବା ଉଚିତ
and we're just giving what we've heard.
ଏବଂ କେବଳ ଜଳକୁ ବହନ କରି ନେବା ଉଚିତ।
But if we start thinking, I'm the source of the water,
ଯଦି ଜଣେ ଗୋଟେ ନଳ ଭାବିବ ମୋ ଠାରୁ ହିଁ ଜଳ ଉତ୍ପନ୍ନ ହେଉଛି,
if we start thinking, yes, it was a good class, I did really good.
ଯଦି ଆପଣ ଏହା ଭାବିବେ ମୁଁ ବଢ଼ିଆ କ୍ଲାସ୍ ହେଉଛି ବା ମୋ ଦ୍ୱାରା ଯାହା ବି କରାଯାଉଛି ଭଲ ହେଉଛି,
I led a very nice kirtan.
ମୁଁ ଭଲ କୀର୍ତ୍ତନ କରିପାରୁଛି,
I'm managing the temple very nicely.
ମୁଁ ଏ ମନ୍ଦିରକୁ ଭଲ ଭାବେ ଯୋଜନାବଦ୍ଧ ରଖିପାରୁଛି,
I dress the deities very nicely.
ମୁଁ ଭଗବାନଙ୍କ ବିଗ୍ରହକୁ ଭଲ ବସ୍ତ୍ର ପିନ୍ଧି ପାରୁଛି।
If we start thinking like that, then we become a separatist, separate from Gurudev.
ଆମେ ଏଭଳି ଚେତନା ରହିଲେ ନିଶ୍ଚୟ ଗୁରୁଙ୍କ ଠାରୁ ଭିନ୍ନ ହୋଇଯିବା।
But Vishrambena Guru Seva, in our Guru Seva, we should be Vishramba and understand that it's not me doing this. Nimitta matram bhavasa visachan. This is Krishna, this is Gurudev acting through me.
ଅତଏବ ଆମ ଚେତନା ସର୍ବଦା ଏଭଳି ଭାବେ ରହିବା ଉଚିତ ଯେ ମୁଁ କୌଣସି ପ୍ରକାର କାର୍ଯ୍ୟ କରୁ ନାହିଁ, କେବଳ ଗୁରୁ ଆଉ କୃଷ୍ଣଙ୍କର କୃପା ଆଉ ତାଙ୍କ ଆଜ୍ଞାରେ ହିଁ ମୁଁ ସବୁ କିଛି କାର୍ଯ୍ୟ ସମ୍ପାଦନ କରୁଅଛି।
The disciple who thinks like that disciple, Krishna says that disciple is none different from me.
ଯେଉଁ ଭକ୍ତ ବା ଯେଉଁ ଅନୁଗାମୀମାନେ ଏଭଳି ଚେତନାରେ ରୁହନ୍ତି ସେତେବେଳେ ଗୁରୁ ଆଉ କୃଷ୍ଣ ଭାବନ୍ତି ଯେ ସେ ମୋ ଠାରୁ କୌଣସି ମାତ୍ରାରେ ଅଲଗା ନୁହଁ।
So I'm sorry, I think we went too long this morning. The big topic, please excuse
କ୍ଷମା
me.
କରିବେ ଯେହେତୁ ପ୍ରସଙ୍ଗଟି ତାତ୍ତ୍ୱିକ ମାର୍ମିକ ଜିନିଷ ବହୁତ କିଛି ରହିଛି ତେଣୁ ଟିକେ ସମୟ ଅଧିକ ରହିଯାଇଛି।
Does anybody have any reflections or comments? Upendra Mishra, you want to add anything? Is it okay? Can you give him a microphone maybe?
You have explained the first, putting similar quotations from putting Guru Ishwar relationship related subject putting guru relationship between the guru and sister. How sister is equal to guru. Different and different. Very nicely explained.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Anybody else have anything? Amritesh Gaur Prabhu, you're not angry with me?
No.
We're expecting Amritesh Gaur Prabhu to deliver at least one universe.
Starting indeed with the comparison with the father and son and told with Guru and disciple, then it grew into very nicely explained how both are equal in that respect. The divinity works through the disciple. Divinity is acting through the disciple. In that way he is equal. He is following the instructions. In that way he is equal if he is following. And not equal because he is not doing anything. It is all Guru's mercy by which he is able to do that. In that sense, one person may ask that if everybody is acting on behalf of his Guru, then why somebody is able to do something and somebody is not able to do something?
You want to say in Odia?
ମୋର ପ୍ରଶ୍ନ ହେଲା ଯେ ଯଦି ସବୁ ଭକ୍ତମାନେ ନିଜ ଗୁରୁଙ୍କ ପ୍ରତିନିଧି ଭାବରେ କାର୍ଯ୍ୟ କରୁଛନ୍ତି ତାହେଲେ ଏହା କିପରି ସମ୍ଭବ ଯେ ଜଣେ ଶିଷ୍ୟ କିଛି କରିପାରୁଛନ୍ତି ଆଉ ଜଣେ ଶିଷ୍ୟ ଆଉ କିଛି କରିପାରୁଛନ୍ତି ଏଟା କିପରି ସମ୍ଭବ?
Rupa Goswami in Upadeshamrita, he says we should give respect to everyone.
रूप गोस्वामी ଏହି ପରିପ୍ରେକ୍ଷୀରେ କୁହନ୍ତି ସମସ୍ତ ଜୀବକୁ ଆମେ ସମ୍ମାନ ପ୍ରଦର୍ଶନ କରିବା ଉଚିତ।
But he describes different ways we give respect.
କିନ୍ତୁ ସେ ଏହାକୁ ଅଲଗା ଅଲଗା କଥା ପ୍ରସଙ୍ଗ ମାଧ୍ୟମରେ ଆଲୋଚନା କରୁଛନ୍ତି।
Krishneti yasya giritam manasadriyeta. Anyone who's chanting Krishna's name, we should respect that person. They're chanting Krishna's name. They're a great personality.
ଯେକୌଣସି ଜୀବ ଯେ ଭଗବାନଙ୍କର ନାମକୁ କୀର୍ତ୍ତନ କରୁଛନ୍ତି ତାଙ୍କୁ ଆମେ ମହାନ ଭାବେ
Dikshashtichat pranati vishabhajantam hisham. But someone who has diksha and is doing bhajan, that is worshipping the Lord, that person I should offer pranams to.
ସେ କହୁଛନ୍ତି ଯେଉଁମାନେ ବି ଭଗବାନ କୃଷ୍ଣଙ୍କର ଭଜନ କରୁଛନ୍ତି ଭଗବାନ ଶ୍ରୀକୃଷ୍ଣଙ୍କର ଭଜନ କରୁଛନ୍ତି ତାଙ୍କୁ ଦଣ୍ଡ ପ୍ରଣାମ କରୁଛନ୍ତି।
And that person is bhajan vigyan, who actually understands bhajan properly. What does that mean, bhajan vigyan? It means they can repeat what they've heard from Gurudev. But it's not bhajan gyan, it's bhajan vigyan. They have some realization about it. They understand how to apply Gurudev's teachings in different circumstances. So that person who's bhajan vigyan and who's nindadi shunyarhida, whose heart is freed from the propensity to criticize other people, ipsita sangalabhya, that person I want to associate with. So we give respect to everyone who comes and chants Krishna's name. We give more respect to someone who's gotten diksha from Gurudev because they have that mantra, they're worshipping the Lord. But I may not want to associate very closely with them. Even in spite of all those good qualities, I still may not want to associate very closely with them. But the same person, if they're bhajan vigyan, They're realized in their bhajan, they're expert in bhajan and what they've heard from Gurudev.
କିନ୍ତୁ ଯେଉଁମାନେ ଭଜନ ବିଜ୍ଞାନୀ ସେମାନେ ଗୁରୁଙ୍କ ସମସ୍ତ ପ୍ରକାର ଆଜ୍ଞାକୁ ସଠିକ ରୂପେ ଅନୁଭବ କରିପାରିଥାନ୍ତି।
And if that same person is adoshadarshi, they're not seeing fault in others. They're not
ସେଭଳି
doing it.
ବ୍ୟକ୍ତିତ୍ୱ କୌଣସି ବ୍ୟକ୍ତି ବିଶେଷରେ କୌଣସି ପ୍ରକାର ଦୋଷ ତ୍ରୁଟି ଦେଖନ୍ତି ନାହିଁ।
Ipsita sangalabhya, I want to associate closely with them.
ସେଭଳି ବ୍ୟକ୍ତି ବିଶେଷ ବା ଶିଷ୍ୟ ବା ଗୁରୁଙ୍କ ଶିଷ୍ୟଙ୍କ ସାଙ୍ଗରେ ବା ଭକ୍ତଙ୍କ ସାଙ୍ଗରେ ଆମେ ସଙ୍ଗ ଲାଭ କରିବା ଉଚିତ।
If we don't follow this instruction, we'll go crazy.
ଯଦି ଆମେ ଏଭଳି ଉପଦେଶକୁ ଗ୍ରହଣ କରିବାନି ତାହେଲେ ଆମେ ପାଗଳ ହୋଇଯିବା।
We'll become very discouraged.
ଆମର ଉତ୍ସାହ କମିଯିବ, ନିରୁତ୍ସାହ
Oh, so many devotees, they're doing politics.
ଏବଂ ଏତେ ଏତେ ଭକ୍ତ ଅଛନ୍ତି, ଇଏ ୟା କରୁଛନ୍ତି, ସେ ତାହା କରୁଛନ୍ତି, ଏଇସବୁ ଜିନିଷରେ ଆମର ସେସବୁ ଜିନିଷରେ ମତି ଚାଲିଯିବ।
Or did you hear this devotee, oh my God, they caught him, they found him with a young girl and some bad thing, right?
କିଏ କାହା ସାଙ୍ଗରେ କ'ଣ ସମ୍ପର୍କ କରୁଛି, କିଏ କୋଉ ଭଳିଆ ଆଚରଣ ବ୍ୟବହାର ଖରାପ କରୁଛି, ସେସବୁ ପ୍ରତି ଆମର ଧ୍ୟାନ ଚାଲିଯିବ।
And you'll become very discouraged and say, nah, this doesn't work, I'm leaving. I'll go somewhere else. We have to learn the art of giving respect. We appreciate anyone who chants the holy name. That's giving respect. That's giving respect to Nam Prabhu. We give respect to anyone who's Dikshit, who has initiation, because we're respecting Thakurji and the Gayatri Mantra. But I don't necessarily want to associate closely with them. And if you do, then Hoya Sarvanash, everything will be spoiled in the temple. If we just give equal respect to everyone who chants and everyone who's initiated, then everything will be destroyed ultimately. We want to find devotees who are bhajan vigyan, who have some experience and realization in following Gurudev's order. You know, nindari shunya hida, whose heart is free from the propensity, the quality of criticizing others. Don't worry about it. I remember once sitting right where Amritesh Gaur Prabhu was sitting. Guru Maharaj is sitting here and giving class. And Guru Maharaj was speaking about the glories of Lord Brahma. So after the class, Guru Maharaj didn't take questions. After the class, I collected Guru Maharaj's notebooks. And I was walking next to Guru Maharaj going down the steps in front of the temple. And I said, Guru Maharaj, I have a question. I said, how do we understand that Lord Brahma is our Sampradaya Acharya, but he had some lusty desire for his own daughter? Now, while I'm asking that question, I'm standing next to Guru Maharaj on the steps. I'm holding Guru Maharaj's notebooks.
गुरु महाराज को नोटबुक गुड़ा भरती
I wasn't looking at Guru Maharaj.
मो गुरु महाराज को देखुली
I was looking straight ahead because so many devotees are around and I'm going to fall on somebody. I have to watch where I'm going.
मो अन्य मानक को काला पढ़ी ना दे मो निजे निजे को कंट्रोल करके छिड़ाई
So I asked my question and Guru Maharaj was quiet for a moment.
इस समय गुरु महाराज कृष्ण में शांत हो गए
And I'm looking ahead.
एवं मुझे देख
And all of a sudden, out of the corner of my eye, I see a hand coming.
इस समय मोर पाखो मोटो ले करे आता से पाखो लगे
That was the answer to my question.
एवं तैयार मोर उत्तर दिला
Guru Maharaj slapped me in the face.
गुरु महाराज मोर मुखरे बड़े तापरा मारले
And he told me, hey, don't find fault.
एवं दे पाठी करे करले कौन प्रकार दोस्तों देखना है
So I'm very sorry. If you want to have a meeting and you're going to find fault with different people, I can't attend that meeting. My Gurudev told me no.
एवं सेते पे जेतेबेले भी हम कौन प्रकार आलोचना बसचे हम जदि सामने वाला हमें कौन प्रकार प्रसाद दोस्तों को देखियो आरंभ करबा से भलिया आलोचना कौन से माने नहीं है हम और उद्देश्य मत
That meeting is for very important big devotees. They can find fault, but I can't.
से भलिया उच्च स्तर का डिवोटी बा भक्त से भलिया कर करते आम स्तर रे यह संभव नहीं
And I can tell you, I don't want to be a big, important devotee. I don't want to be such a big, important devotee that I find fault with them. I'd rather just be a humble, simple devotee who's slapped in the face by Gurudev. So we don't have to find fault with others. Okay, I've gone very late. I think we should finish now. Huh? Okay, thank you all very much. Grantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Srila Gurudeva ki, Samaveda Bhakta Binda ki, Go Premanande, Vanshakapadarubhishcha, Kripa Sindhu Bhyevacha, Patitanam Pavanebhyo, Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha, Nanda Kori Vaishnav Brinda ki Jai.